Hello, my name's Ferret. This is an impromptu commentary of Scar Goldrush EU. Countdown's already on. Countdown's already going.
2, 1.
Yep.
Standard disclaimer: if you don't want to hear my voice, please go to the main menu, mute, and turn me off. In any case, guns are out, heavies are out, no Ubers yet. Now, red team looking quite good here. They're holding that car pretty well. Blue haven't decided to venture out of spawn just yet. Nice bit of heavy work there from red. Here comes some blue heavies. Not faring too much better, I'm afraid. But they are forthcoming though, and blue team is trying to get out there. Sneaky engineer trying to get some work done there. Okay, eventually blue team's managed to get off the start plate and moving up on that cart. Now, red looks a bit thin now. Actually, I think too many of them have died and I don't have enough engineer support to allow them to stay in high numbers. Blue, I think, going to roll over his first point, looks of it. And with enough heavies. That actually is quite a lot of heaviage. They are all firing their guns because they don't have unlimited ammo. And just saturation fire on anywhere that may conceivably be a spy. Okay, that first point was a rollover, so a good 8 minutes on the clock there from blue. All they will do now is keep pushing that car at the same rate they were before, and they should be fine. And they're all... oh crikey, blue already moving in for the attic. They're already moving on the cart, they're moving in everywhere. Ooh, nice snipe work there from red snipers. They stopped the cart. Lovely bit of work there. Safari Grey trying to pan a soldier to death, ultimately yet made move. Robocop out with medic.
There's nothing wrong with panic.
Yep. Okay, I think blue are winning this. They're generally just gradually moving up. Red have some occasional stoppages here and there, but they're not stopping this team. They decided to stick with the heavy theme and continue sustained fire with crits and cart. Red barely are there. I mean, that was a rollover. Look,
The panic tactic did not work.
well, it was a nice effort there from blue. To be fair, they were doing an okay job, but blue were just steamrolling in the old-fashioned way with Ubers and with heavies. Well, in any case, then, red and blue moving to position. Blue. Now, I'm very sorry I cannot comment in French. I really am not good with other languages. I can understand them a bit here and there, do a bit of history, but I can't speak them. Sorry, yeah, that's I do speak quite fast. But in any case, now, one of the advantages here with the second and third rounds of the particular Gold Rush is the blue engineers get time to actually build up their stuff outside of spawn, unlike the first. So it can actually make a very good push very quick in this game. Crockett out. Dark's going in there with the rocket launcher. Repulsed somewhat. Blue heavy, you know, making good of it, trying to get out. Red are keeping blue coming from the main entrance. Crockett's going everywhere. Nothing in the right tunnel either. They're doing a very nice job here, red. Here comes the blue Uber. Now, where'd it go? What happened to that Uber? Was it premature? It's a pity. Now, red here, I think, got a bit of grace from that. They didn't get pushed out as I was expecting to. Blue are now moving out a bit more cautiously. They're getting onto the cart. Red, I think, has decreased in numbers. Ras is the only guy left, really, on first point with Safari Grey. They're holding it the best they can, but they are struggling.
More panning.
They're doing a good job with this. I keep saying this, but they're doing a good job. They're not doing badly at all. The problem is that they cannot take the sheer amount of caches that they're sustaining. Well, they can't sustain the sheer number of casualties, sorry about that. Now here come those heavies. Heavies and carts. Yes, 3 heavies and a cart. Now, the problem is with enough heavies on a cart is that they can simply outshoot anything in the way. Plus with healing and with unlimited ammo, and portable cover, this makes for a very annoying combo. Now, there's that heavy in the tunnel in there. He saw what happened when you have 3v1 heavies on a cart with regen. It's not a pretty sight. Now, Rasta's got the right thing here. Shoot the heavies in the face. I mean, blobs of 450 health aren't going to deal with themselves. Unless you have enough nades, it is. Or explosives. There goes the bloober. Now, hopefully they try and push out. It's a bit late here. If they used that bloober earlier, pushed out, gave some cover to the heavies, they might have been able to do that. Now, okay, that cart has stopped. Red are holding this line, but I wonder what Blue's up to next. From so far, they're being quite a competent team. I doubt they're going to stay this diminished for long. Now, Red have bought some time here. If they use it wisely, make a counter-attack possibly, they could actually make a good result of this. But Blue are keeping up this little assault here, and they're just keeping them on edge a bit, but they're not attacking in force like they did before. Now, where's this sneaky pyro going? Now, this here is one of the big problems with a lackluster support. Red have simply tried to push through the tunnel and are now trying to get to Blue's rear. I mean, he's a bit tenacious here and there. Engineer suddenly faced with a heavy in the face. I was watching that, but neither one of them knew the other was there until, you know, the Engineer turned around, suddenly saw heavy, and then you're pretty much dead by then. However, they're holding that attic. They're doing pretty well with that. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. Red have the floor quite hard, but Blue have the attic. Which means that Blue can always, if they feel like it, put pressure on Red. But Red have possession of the cart. So this will be interesting. That cart is not got out of the tunnel yet, which means that Red has the capability to counter-attack safely. In the meantime, Blue is pushing out Robocop, trying his best there. Loving just managed to get that health kit. Oh, Blue's actually moved up the field. They're trying to hassle Red spawn now, but just aren't able to. Where is Blue? I mean, Blue are attacking here and there. Red's a bit diminished again. Red keep dying. This is a bad trend. And here comes Blue. Here's a rocket launcher, Master Blaster, and Mr. Spock. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Blue team decided to advance to go, or to the finish line. Red have to pull something out the bag here now. They can't have their ass, but now one thing I'm seeing here is Blue aren't pushing that car as hard as they should be. They've got, given this time, they're almost spawn camping. They should push this thing home. Oh dear, yes, I think it has come to building sentries at spawn. And that cart looks like a mess. Explosions and blood and body parts everywhere. Red just managed to save that. They've been given a grace. They need you to make the most of it. Inoob got the drop there. Dark slaughtered him. To be fair, Dark's very good at scout. I mean, he did get the drop on him as well. Reduced that quite quickly. Red have come back with a vengeance here. They are reclaiming the field. They're making sure they can have some defense in depth. But they've got to keep an eye on that cart there. That cart is in a critical location where if they lose it for too long, they will lose the whole round. The whole round, just this round. The whole thing, all 3 sets is called a match in my opinion. Dark there trying to hold it against a soldier. Unlucky. Inoob shoots in the face. The attic looking a little bit besieged, but it's doing well. Pride and Prejudice got a nice sentry up there. Lovely bit of gear everywhere. Good job for that energy. Uh-oh, who's that on the cart? Trilan's there, pushing it as a heavy. He nearly got that in. I mean, this is panicking Red here a bit. Now, I don't know what Narperson's doing. He's trying to spawn camp. He should be pushing that cart. Here comes a heavy soldier medic pair. Pushes it home. Nicely done.
Not enough pan.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Okay, after a little brief pause. Now, that was a convincing win by Blue there. What they did was just keep the pressure at all times, and very important, they didn't lose that attic space. From there, they can go straight to spawn up to an advanced position, and if they kill a red to 1-to-1 numbers, they will win because their spawn time is significantly less than red's. Blue have to wait, what, like 4 or 5 seconds, maybe 6, whereas red can sometimes wait to 15 to 20. And if you lose them at the same rate, blue will win by sheer numbers. And that's why teleport is important.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
In any case, I think red are doing well. If they just tighten up a bit, I think they can really make a game of this. It's 8 minutes on the clock, so it's not a full 9, so they're doing well. Rebel tried sneaking through defences. As for the defences, they've been shattered. There's a heavy. Deer Hunter's not moving down with that Uber. I would have thought he might have moved down with that. But to be fair though, it came out, didn't really see much there, didn't know what he ought to do with that. Again, heavies are on the cart. This is very good heavy work here. I think the cart map is designed really for heavies. The healing, the bullets, the cover, it's all good. And with medics, some good medics in blue here. Oh, lucky number Slevin trying to get a crocket on that heavy there, but denied by an Uber. Ubers are coming out everywhere. Pride and Prejudice tries to sneak out a sentry gun, doesn't get it. Treland's actually managed to cap the point, very convincing push by blue there. Now blue are looking a bit flaky, they're looking a bit disparate. They're taking a lot of casualties, they aren't pushing up as confidently as they hope to be. Red might make a go of this defense though, so it could be another pause. No, red are getting in place quite well though. They've recombined very nicely. They can hold this for quite a long. They should be able to hold it for quite a long time unless blue pulls something spectacular out of their ass. Now, what they've done is very nicely here is they've taken this right-hand passage, it's a lovely place to put a sentry. It allows you to go round the side and flank the cart without being fired at. Blue trying to push in, they're being... here comes a counter red Uber, pushing out, destroying energy gear as he goes. Blue being pushed back into that breach. Now that's a problem. If you can't make it out of that breach, what happens is it turns into a killing zone. All red have to do is keep firing everything into that, and they should be able to win. Blue tries to go in, not entirely successful. They found that red sentry. That's a beautiful sentry right there. If it's maintained very nicely, that will hold off blue indefinitely. Yeah, it's going to take more Ubers, more coordination really to dislodge red now.
We need a teleport now.
I think it's 7 minutes on the clock. This could go either way right now. Neither team really... I mean, red's got the advantage for the moment, but blue has the time, and this is the problem with time. Anything could happen in that, and it could just give blue the tipping point advantage they need. Yes, this is... Neither team really... Blue's not really confident moving out here, they're just staying stuck in that gap. I mean, ideally what blue need right now is more Uber and less death. But red are doing the right thing here. From what I've seen from their guys is they're popping out, taking a few shots at the gap, and going back for some health and ammo. They're not dying. They're trying to stay alive, but maintaining a defense. It's good. Hey, here comes Blue. Blue going for a charge. I don't know, it looks more like a skirmish. It's kind of an attack, but really isn't. Ballsy Soldier tries to move the cart out. And then here comes the red counter Uber. Oh dear, yep, now Blue goes scurrying back to the back line. Where are those medics? Where are the Ubers? Now, this is going to take some serious demo Uber work here to really... And here it goes. Can they make a good of it? One sentry down. I don't know. They didn't get the other sentry though. That was disappointing, but attempts are being made. That's the other sentry down by Master Blaster. This may have opened it all up. Red now really have to put in all their effort to hold the defense now. Here goes the rocket launchers. Nicely filling the gap here. Now this is a beautiful example of what to do in a panic situation. Counter attack hard. That's a lovely riposte there from Red. Uses crits, use whatever they could, push out, attempt to dislodge Blue before they can make up the ground. Black Mamba there gets that teleporter, suddenly sees a heavy in his face, and gets shot in the face. That's unlucky. Now, what I'm not seeing though here is, I'm not seeing sentries. Where are they? Okay, we've got one sentry back from Robocop, but that sentry that was over here, that needed to be here, it's not here anymore. Red and Blue count Ubers in. A swirling massive vulnerability. Eventually they both fade, and it's again back to the old stalemate. No, Red are doing this right. Just spam that gap with all kind of munitions and hope nothing comes through. And they're doing a great job of it. Not sure what Blue can do, they just need more Uber and more push. Maybe a heavy hero there, because the one thing I'm seeing on Red, not really on Blue. They've got a couple of heavies here and there for Red. Well, spam is the order of the day, and it seems to be working. Here comes the Blueber. They're moving in. Okay, the Uber guys are moving in. The rest of the team has stayed back, and there's not really... Yeah, it was again another skirmish. The Uber went in, but the rest of the team didn't. A lot of things died though. Can Blue make the best of it? They've got 3 minutes on the clock. Time is looking against them though. What's going on? There goes an Uber. Blue Uber's going in. Will the rest of the blue team follow? No, that's one sentry down. Can the blue team now make the best of this? They have to do the best of this now. Get past this defensive line. Oh, lucky Crockett by lucky number 11 there. Black Mamba moving up. Engineers moving up. Pride and Prejudice is desperate for a push here. Blue needs to push harder on that, and they were stopped by Red. Here comes another Uber. Now Blue needs to move in. Go, go, go. They take on that last sentry now. Where is the rest of Blue? Uber goes in there, and Blue needs to be pushing that cart hard. Okay, Blue may have dislodged a lot here, but I'm not seeing enough bravery. It's 1 minute 55 on the clock, and they are not pushing. Red are getting weaker. You know, they are getting pushed back little by little, but at this rate they will hold it and win the game. Blue need to be braver. However, that Red counter, and here comes the Blueber. Okay, looks like they are pushing in with this. Okay, Blue are really storming it now. Red desperately trying to hold it with nade, rockets and everything. And another bloober. That sentry's going down. Red have to throw everything into this now to stop the cart. Blue have decided to regain some confidence and push. Push. It's a boy! Okay, now red, 5 minutes on the clock. They've got a reasonable amount of time. That cart is still pretty far away. But blue are making Herculean efforts here to try and get his cart pushed. They're up against significant odds. Oh, another grand crocket from red. Red are putting some brilliant crockets off here. I'm not saying they're putting it off, but you know, it just happens. Blue are just getting clustered here, and red are punishing him for that. So the match is settled a bit. Now, this is part of the game where the blue engine ideally needs to start getting engine stuff set up and, you know, supply the front line. Blue team ideally needs to hold for a bit, but push in a little. There goes a bloober, trying to clear out what engineer stuff there might be. Black Mamba's in there. Eventually taken out. Blue is moving into that cart. They're using the time, precious time they've got left now to push. Flamed out the way though. Good effort. A renewed effort here. No, a bit of a skirmish. Okay, red may have put back on the back foot again. If red get these defences nicely put up again, and hold blue in place, that will win this game. Dark there, annoys engineers, destroys some of the engine gear. Yeah, red are counter-attacking, they're trying to roll back the clock here, push blue back, sorry. Enzo Metal there has the right idea of killing the teleporter. That is what's supplying this blue war effort right now. However, I don't think blue can be denied that superior respawn time is counting in their favour. There goes the blue on the cart. Trant, I don't think I remember what it's supposed to be doing as... Oh, that was a waste to do, but he should have pushed in with that, but he's stuck by the cart. That was a bad Uber there. They needed that as well. Now, red here are holding somewhat. They're making sacrifices here and there, but holding... Heavy on the corner. Ooh! Now some good sniper work there. That's Deer Hunter playing excellent sniper, making sure those heavies don't get around that corner too much. Private Spoon learned the hard way. Uh-oh, now Uber will undo everything. Is it undoing the magic? 2 sentries. Why they got sentries clumpage there, I don't know. You don't ever have 2 sets of engineer nests at one another. That will happen. Now red are making, by doing a grand defense again, they are making sure blue do not gain too much ground here and there. Oh, Deer Hunter taken down by Funk there. Blue are losing their defense somewhat. But again, there's just so much desperation coming from both teams here. Bloober goes out again. Trans there. Is he going to learn from his mistake? He is moving up though. No. He's trying to push the cart again. He's sneaking behind the cart. It's heavy. No, it was never going to work. Oh dear, no. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think blue are losing ground. They're just not showing as many Ubers as they did before. Where was the magic of that after first point? They need to pull that off again to really win this game. Okay, 1 minute left on the clock. I think red might just win this. Again, another solid effort here. After losing the second and third point so quickly, the final one they're holding on to like a dog. Bluebird goes off again. Treland there is again the heavy that options to use this time medics every time round. Getting shunted out the way a lot. And those cannonballs are really telling. 30 seconds on the clock. Blue has to put in a massive effort here to push this now, but red are just in too many prepared positions. Now this is looking like red's got this game. Here comes the Bluebird. And it's two of them. This could change everything. 10 seconds left on the clock. Blue happy pushing the cart the whole time now. And nobody's on the cart. They've done all this great work, but nobody's on the cart. It's gone into overtime land. Oh dear. I think... Oh, what an effort though. That last push. It looked as almost as if... Bloody... Blue nearly had that. They so very nearly had that. But excellent defense by red. Alright, second match. This time teams have been swapped.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
That's an excellent set of games there. Both teams are playing very well. I mean, red was putting up a remarkable defense. You seldom ever see defenses that good. But then Blue stepped up to the plate and just threw out Uber after Uber after Uber to declog that. And it did work towards the end. Unfortunately, it was enough.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I mean, the only way you can really undo those big defensive areas is pushing the cart very fast. If you can actually get part to the defense lines before they're fully formed, you can just keep smashing through them. But red had some lovely, previous red had a lovely couple of engineers, built up very quickly and got their team just what they needed.
10 seconds.
Now team swap, this is what happens.
3, 2, 1.
Doors open, scouts out. Lucky number 11 meets the scout's demise. Blue Uber comes out. It's not really going anywhere with that Uber. Unlucky there. Red are standoffish defense. They're not overly engaging with Blue. Nice sticky destruction there from Deer Hunter. Red are keeping Blue back. Blue have barely got the gates. Red are pushing them all the way back, but... Lucky number 11, shot straight out the gate. Nice, definitely nice metal there. That's the combination of the shining shield. Oh, I'm not sure what it's called. And save. If you can get the bump and the bump and swing on that, that's a lovely bit of killage there. Blue now moving up. Causing a bit of a headache. Don't move up hard enough though. There's nobody on the cart, and two soldiers have moved up. Got killed off. Nice bit of work there, but not supported. Okay, Blue are now being a bit more confident here, but the spam is continuing. In any case, okay. Blue are moving up. This is a very slow advance, or a very plucky red defense. I'm not sure which. Here comes the counter Uber. Heavy trying to resist the counter Uber. Fails. Blue's now swarming the area. Red medic trying to get out a dodge. Couldn't really do it. I think Blue have it now. All they've got to do is now push his cart to home. Blue are moving this up. They have this. There's one sentry left. No, there's no sentries left. That's quickly made up and done with. Heavy's pushing that cart, and it's over that point. Now, Blue have a good 7 minutes on the clock. This should be easy enough done if they just do it properly. However, knowing this red team, they should be doing things properly as well. Yes, Mr. Spock getting cinched up. That card hasn't stopped yet. That heavy being plucky there. Now, that's one thing with a fast push. If you can push that cart faster than the enemy team expects, they don't have time to properly react.
The payload is nearing a checkpoint.
Yet, Heavy and Soldier, they're just pushing that cart. Uninterrupted. Oh, criminy. That was embarrassing there. The sentry was up to stop them, but it was too occupied and was built in the time it was being pushed. And Blue just simply pushed that cart. That was quite a easy win there for Blue. BRB.
Mission begins in 60 seconds. Mission begins in 30 seconds. Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Oh, have you really now?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, back from break. Doors open. Uber is in. There goes that Heavy Master Blaster. Ruining engineer preparations there. Yes, it's all gone now. I think we're in for a little bit of spawn camping. Nothing wrong with a bit of good old spawn camping. I didn't see any blue Ubers though. And that's what will happen if you don't have them. Nice charge out there. Distracts a bit. Oh, that's what happened. That was very good. Enough time for the rest of the team to come out and then eventually push the enemy elements away. Ooh, Deer Hunter. Nice explosion there. Only an achievement. Okay, Red looking a bit thin on the ground, but they're holding. Blue being a bit ginger with his assault here. They're not really pushing, they're just... It's getting moved, but they're not coming to the real contact with Red defences yet. Red are giving a lot of leeway here. El Robocop, they're trying to sap, going for it. Rest of the Red team haven't noticed the engineer in trouble here. Or eventually they did, but it took its toll on the sentry though. Blue team is slowly moving up, but as we've seen before, slowly moving up can cost you the game. El Robocop there, terrorising that sentry again. But he's just not given the support from the rest of the team. Where is Blue? Where are Bluebers? Blue team are trying to do a thing of, you know, playing as class and trying to get the quick and easy route into victory, which is to simply use their class in the best way possible, which is not bad. But if you're going to up against a good team, it's not going to entirely work. Now that's what's happened now. Red have regained that left side of the area, that raised area. They've moved out of it now for some reason. But that's what the Blue soldiers are doing. They're using that heightened area and firing across. And that's working for them. Private Spoon moves out with an Uber. Now he needs to use it properly. Separated from Medic there. He's going for that sentry. It's a bit far. Ooh, he just gets it. Sorry, I think that was my phone. Message there. In any case though, Red have been broken somewhat, but they are coming back with a counter Uber. And then Blue soldiers are moving around here. I think they smell blood in the water and are moving that cart up. Red are going to have to pull something massive out of their arse to actually really make this game work for them. Oh, they are holding this cart. It's a very tenacious hold, but it might be enough. Yeah, this is... Red's days are numbered on this cart. I mean, lucky number Schlevin there, pushing that cart to victory, using it as cover, using the weapon ammo regen on that. And unfortunately that engine nest has been mostly destroyed. But that cart, more importantly, is going somewhere else. Now, what are Red up to? And the thing is, it's a reasonable good defense. It just decayed somewhat. It's slowing them down, but it's not winning the game. We need to see some blistering counterattacks here, something to really hurt Blue in this advance. There goes an Uber. Unsuspecting engineer takes it to the face. And Master Blast there. Now that Uber should have been used for the inside sentry, but again they didn't know that. Now, what is happening here with engineering? They've not gone to the attic yet, and for me personally, I think that will cost them. They're going to go with the ground option. Yes, I think that Kuroi there, I think they're going to give him a slow march. Second engineer. Red doing not bad. Okay, here comes a Blue Bird. I didn't see that one go off. Blue trying to push up the field. They're not doing a bad job of it. They're gaining ground. They just don't have the sheer amount of force in it though. One. In it. Yep, match has gone a bit light here. Both teams aren't really coming to contact with one another. Taking the time. Blue's actually moved to a nice defensive gear here. Now, Red are moving back into the field. Can Blue kind of keep this offensive going? Nope. Calco there destroys that teleporter. That could have been quite critical there. This match is looking a bit disparate. Neither team really has the advantage here. Neither of them come out in force. Now, what's happening with Blue Engineers? Again, nobody's in the attic. Somebody's on the floor though, but Blue aren't really coming out with the amount of power expected of them. Blue are making, you know, skirmishes here and there. They're kind of attacking here and there, but they've just not got the force behind it. Red are now organising it better. They've got cohesion. They're out of position with the cart. Now that is an odd teleporter. Normally I wouldn't put one there because that's too liable for demo men. Red are doing an okay job here. To be fair, Blue isn't attacking as hard as they could do, and Red are being given an easy ride. It's not too difficult then to repulse this effort. Blue aren't really coming out here with a monstrous effort here. However, their backline may be broken. It's dark. Oh dear, and Blue's back has been broken. Okay, let's look at Dark, see what he's doing. Oh, some lovely work there from Dark. He knows what he's doing. Oh, this is beautiful. They don't know what's going on, do they? Just comedy this is. Dark here, sitting above Blue spawn, while the entire team comes out, destroys a couple of teleporters, and Blue seems oblivious. They didn't know what was going on. Blue have made out for it now. They're coming back in. In the meantime, Red sees the attic, which is the right thing to do. Now Blue are running out of engineer positions here. They've now resorted to 3 engineers, which is not the best thing to do. Ideally you need 1 engineer with a good team. If you have 3 engineers, you're setting in for a defense, and you don't defend on this map for Blue. In any case, Blue are trying to retake the attic. Tricky, as it's very good defenders country. Black Mamba there with a sword gets an Uber, chases the Blue out of the attic. Blue need to retake that attic as hard as they can. Unfortunately, Black Mamba is making that difficult. Yeah, I think Blue here have been repulsed quite hard. They didn't really have the attic and not the right engineer positions to support them. And eventually Red got the advantage and managed to counterattack hard enough to break him. Blue are trying to make this up. It's just not looking in their favour. They've got to see if they can do something to, you know, get the cart back on their side, or maybe they did push. I think the cart was further away than I saw it was, but Red have this game from what I can see at the moment. Taking the attic back gave them the advantage. In any case, Blue just aren't really making a dent. Red here are defending very nicely. It's just nothing else you can really say on the situation at the moment. Maybe Blue need more Ubers, maybe different classes, but essentially Red are playing a good game. Oh, misfired Uber there. That could cost Blue. Why is he staying medicing a soldier that? Oh dear. There goes rocket launchers, crit fire, and a mini sentry. There goes a Blueber, gaining it back, using the freedom staff. Did he run out of ammo? No, but he just wanted to hit him really hard. Can Blue make good of this? They've got 2 minutes on the clock. They need to use the best they can with this push. Red are pushed quite a bit actually. Now if Blue get their finger in the gear, they can actually make good of this. It's Medics leading the push here. That's ballsy of them. Or it to be somebody else, but if they have to do it, they have to do it. Funk trying his best here with the Ubersaw. Tried his best. Unfortunately got killed off. I mean, that temptation is always there as a medic with an Ubersaw. Get some 4 hits in, grab that Uber and go. Oh dear. Blue is desperation mode here. 1 minute left on the clock. Not seen a really solid push from Blue this game.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Red have retaken the attic. Engineer beware. Yeah, now this is again, if Blue consolidated the attic harder, they might have just been able to keep the game, put the game in their favour, but just haven't really got it. Red have been too irritating on the defences of Blue here.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's a win, convincing win for Red there. In any case, I would say that's enough commentating for me today. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you have some good games.